Hey everybody, welcome to Fiber in the Family, episode 3. My name is Bryan Clampitt, and this is my amazing sister, Meredith Clampitt Whaley, and we're so excited to have you today along for the ride.
We have a great episode today. We've got the guru, Andrew Snyder, our COO, and we talk a little bit about Valentine's Day and some hot opinions about it, and also some craft and handmade paper and fun things you can do for Valentine's Day. So we're glad you're here.
That's right. It's going to be a great episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and all those podcast things that you're supposed to do. We'd appreciate it. Hey, welcome everybody to Fiber in the Family.
We're back.
We're back, episode 3.
Wow.
Meredith, just
big things.
Let our 6 listeners know how much you appreciate them.
Thank you so much for coming along this ride with us. This was Bryan's passion project idea, and he is the best host, best podcast host I've ever been a part of. So pretty excited to be here.
I'm so honored that you're here and we're along for this ride. And this is Fiber in the Family.
Fiber in the Family.
With Meredith Clampitt Whaley, Bryan Clampitt, and we want to help the graphic arts industry move forward and keep us connected one fiber at a time.
Nice.
I said that really commercially.
It sounded really good though.
But we do want to be connected.
Yes.
And
that's why we're here.
Together we're better.
100%. Now that was cheesy. And I liked it. I liked it.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
You know, I'm full of cliches.
All right. Let's tell everybody the breakdown. What are we doing here?
Today, big day today.
Big day.
Okay. We got industry news.
Okay.
Okay. We got some important things to talk about.
Yep.
Then we got
special guest,
my favorite person.
Wow.
In the industry. I call him the guru.
Oh my gosh.
He doesn't like it. He wanted to be called just a regular guy.
Well, he's not.
Agreed. And then my favorite part of the episode, tips and trends with Meredith. And I'm sure you'll have some hot takes for us.
I love the hot and cold takes. People really love to hear me rant. All 6 of you love it.
They do. They love it.
Really love it.
So it's going to be a great day. But it's February. It's Valentine's. What do you got? Give us a Valentine's story.
Valentine.
Tradition, whatever, something.
Well, I'm going to relate it to paper, obviously, right? Because we are Clampitt Paper. But I love Valentine's Day. Actually, I don't. I'm kidding. But what I do love is cards. I love to buy, I'll stockpile, greeting cards, and I'll just have stacks, right? And so I love sending notes, giving cards, holidays, all that kind of stuff. So I was actually moving recently, and I found a card that my husband made me. And looking back, I'm like, it's probably because he didn't have time to buy a card. So he went in the sample room and made one. Good man, though. But it was so special. So it's just a reminder, go pull some paper, write a little note to someone you care about and someone you love. And it means a lot because I went through a bunch of cards and that one just was the most special. So
I love that.
Yeah?
Go Peter.
Aw.
All right.
Shout out.
Well,
what about you?
I have a hot take.
Oh, no.
Hot take.
We're starting early with these.
We're canceling Valentine's Day.
Oh.
Just cancel it.
Why?
Well, number one reason, those little nasty heart candies, they're disgusting. And they're just gross. So there's that.
They're very Tums-esque, right? But they don't actually help.
Yeah, I think they make it worse.
Yeah,
they make your stomach worse.
But
Next,
what about the messages on the hearts?
You could write those on a piece of paper. This is a paper company that we're talking about. Write the messages down. You don't need to eat them.
Okay.
Okay. That's number one.
All right.
Second thing.
Wow.
We're just coming off of Christmas, and we bought a bunch of presents then, and now we got to buy a bunch of presents another couple of weeks later. Okay. Give us a break, Visa, American Express.
Hallmark, do not send this man an email about Valentine's Day. He will not.
And then number 3, Valentine's Day. Just treat your husband or wife really good every day. You know what I mean? Just don't celebrate them once a year.
That's a wild concept, Bryan.
Celebrate them every day.
You're going to get
You got a good husband.
You're going to get some heat for that.
I got a good wife. Just let them know you appreciate them every day.
All year round.
So there it is. Hot take, cancel Valentine's Day.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Bryan Clampitt is canceling Valentine's Day for the whole entire world. So you're going to...
If I was president.
All 6 of you,
also,
be
get
careful.
rid of daylight savings, just so you know. But that's another conversation.
Let's worry about that later on.
Okay. Now, Big day today. Let's talk about the news.
The news. What's the news?
Okay. First thing in the news, the cellulose market.
Yeah. And what is cellulose?
Cellulose, it's all the stuff paper's made out of.
Fiber.
All the
Cellulose fiber.
Exactly.
Yes.
So the market for this,
Okay.
it's booming.
Really?
It really is.
That's
so
awesome.
Projection, it's supposed to rise to $225 billion. $225 billion industry by 2035.
Wow.
That was the news.
That's amazing.
What's your thought on that?
So my thought is that what's really cool about being in paper right now is that, why are you laughing at me?
Think you're trying to BS an answer?
I'm not. No.
Okay.
I'm so excited.
Okay.
When I first joined Clampitt Paper, when I first joined the paper industry, paper was the bad guy. Everyone's like, don't print your emails, don't mail, don't do anything, right? Realistically, paper is actually a renewable, recyclable, biodegradable resource.
I've been saying this.
People need to start listening, really.
Yeah.
But truly, so a lot of times now people are moving away from their plastics. So the Amazons of the world, right? The big industries that are shipping a lot of things, they're moving so much away from plastic to fiber-based products that I believe is a big part of this.
Your paper, your boards.
Yes.
All these
all
things.
the packaging that your things come in, right? Everything used to be in like a plastic wrap or a plastic, what is it called? It was like molded. Now they're making these fiber-based molded materials. So basically, again, they're recyclable, they're biodegradable. So all of these fiber materials are becoming more and more in need because people are moving away from plastic, which, plastic takes hundreds of years to break down.
Yeah.
So it's just sitting in landfills. Whereas the
Big
fiber,
plastic.
is like 6 to 12 weeks. Paper fiber.
It's a no-brainer.
Goes back to the earth, right? So I think that's a big part of that, and I love that because paper is not the bad guy. We've never been the bad guy, and it's amazing. Paper's cool, man.
And can I say this too? the packaging is more luxurious.
100%.
So of course we're paper people. We like the touch and feel,
Yes.
but it's a more luxurious product. Just opening it now.
Yeah.
Just opening your new gift, your toy, your electronic, whatever it may be. It's an experience.
Right.
Why? Because of quality packaging.
Yeah.
Fiber-based, cellulose-based.
Yes. And that tactility, like you said, like they can do special techniques, right? Like the foil, the raised UV, all of that fun stuff, or just having a texture, right? Just like a felt texture. It just feels a little different. So it's all an experience.
So the fact that this industry is on the rise is good news for all of us.
Absolutely.
All right, good news.
We love it.
Good news. Here's some other news.
Ooh.
Okay, Meredith, the digital signage industry.
Okay.
It may seem like bad news,
Okay.
but I have a thought.
Okay.
So the digital signage industry is expected to go from $20 billion to $20 billion to $27 billion this year.
Okay. What does
Digital
digital signage include?
Well, we're talking all things on screens.
Okay.
All things, computer screens,
Yep.
phones. We're talking
Digital billboards.
all things digital signage, increasing by $7 billion this year.
Okay. I think it's a good sign, right? When you get digital increases, you don't just get digital increases. I mean, people are going to want their print to go along with their digital signage. You need both. That's actually research has proven that you need both. That's why Amazon has a catalog now. They didn't start out having a catalog. They have a Christmas catalog now. All these companies that went away from catalogs have come back because what they find is, you're going to probably make that purchase online, but you're going to need to be driven there.
Mm.
So all, the ship rises all ships. What is it saying?
It sounds really philosophical.
I think it's like the guru actually says this. So maybe when he gets on, we can ask him what that
great.
saying was. It was like a tide rises all ships or something.
The tide rises all ships.
Yeah, something like that.
Dang, sounds like something he'd say. I'm so excited for our special
Me
guest
too.
today. Okay.
Me too.
Let me give you my thought
'Kay.
on the digital signage increase. I think with so much moving to digital signage,
Yeah.
it's going to allow the non-digital signage, non-digital advertising, non-digital media to speak louder. It's going to be more, you're going to see it, it's going to be more impactful.
Okay.
So I think with a rising digital signage saturation of the market, if you will,
I see.
the things that are not digital are going to be much more profound, much more impactful. So I think it is a time for us and our industry friends to double down on print, on signage, because their final product is going to be even more impactful than it was even last year.
I absolutely love that take. I think you're absolutely right, because the things that you spend time on in quality materials and print, you're right. They're just going to stick out that much more, because even if some people are doing print they might be just doing the plain old standard gloss, but you could totally blow out your competition by doing something a little bit different with print.
So if you're watching from a marketing agency, let your friends know.
Print.
This is the direction to go. Print.
Double down.
Paper.
We're doubling down.
We're doubling down. Tide.
Paper.
The tide is rising.
With the ships.
And the ships aren't sinking.
We're really going to find out what that is in just a little bit.
Okay. Let's bring them on. I'm ready
Okay.
for them. I
Me
can't
too.
wait anymore.
All right.
All right. We're here, everybody, with the guru, a.k.a. just a regular, normal guy.
Understated guy.
Because
Self-described.
it's very, very humble.
Yes.
But very special to the Clampitt family.
Yes. Andrew.
He really needs no introduction. Andrew Snyder. Round of applause. The studio audience goes wild.
Of Clampitt Paper. Big deal.
Andrew, introduce yourself to everybody and just tell a little bit about you and what you do.
Well, before I do that, do you want to readdress any of your hot takes?
I actually do. I may or may not have said some things about Valentine's Day.
Pretty sure you did.
And I was reminded about those Little Debbie heart Valentine's cakes, which are, my kids would say, they slap. But they're bussin', they're gas, whatever you want. They are so good. So if we need to keep Valentine's Day because
Just
of
for
that, then I'm okay with it.
All right. So we have reinstated Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day's
Fiber
back.
in the family, you heard it here first. Valentine's Day's back.
Valentine's Day's back, everybody.
back.
It was
In a
gone
big
for
way.
approximately 5 seconds.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
glad to hear it.
I'm not
Thank
mad.
you
I'm
for
not
pointing
mad.
that
I
out.
appreciate you reminding me about Little Debbie cakes.
I thought it was appropriate.
So,
Definitely was.
Andrew, thanks for being with us. We're glad you're here. You're definitely a big part of the Clampitt family, all things Clampitt and Clampitt family. So, talk about you for a second.
Awesome. Thank you. Well, I'm really glad to be here. Thank you guys for having me. I've been with Clampitt Paper. This is my 18th year. Started at Clampitt Paper as a purchaser and slowly progressed up to the point where for the last 4 years, I've been the chief operating officer of Clampitt Paper. So that means everything: warehouse, website, customer service, purchasing, delivery, all of those things that kind of make the company go, all the hard things that we do on a daily basis.
That's a big deal. And Meredith, do you have any like Andrew stories?
Oh my gosh. There's so many. But the reason you named him the guru, which is a fitting name, but Andrew is one of the smartest people I've ever met, but just a really, really great teammate and leader, and he's a go-to guy. But I actually wanted to point out, so this podcast is all about family business, fiber in the family. Obviously, Andrew's part of the Clampitt family, Clampitt Paper family and Clampitt family. But he also comes from a printing background. So his family, I don't want to tell your story.
No, yeah,
Go for it.
that's correct. My father was a third generation printer. I was kind of a fourth generation printer. Our family owned a printing company in Dallas from the 1920s up until the year 2000. So I spent a lot of time around press rooms and learned how to run a lot of different presses and equipment. And that was kind of the natural segue into the paper side of the business. During college, I would work at the printing company in the summer. And then during the school year, I'd work for a different paper merchant. And then kind of got to know that business pretty well and moved through the ranks and slowly found my way to Clampitt Paper.
I think that's so cool. When you told me that you studied under a press operator for like years of your life, I didn't know that until recently. So I just thought that was so cool. And he told me that he used to want to be a press operator. And I'm like, how cool is that?
That was kind of my dream.
And it's just amazing how that experience gives you such a leg up in the paper industry because you have such great experience from different angles of the whole business. So
Absolutely.
super cool.
Absolutely. It's an extra layer of knowledge.
And I leaned on that knowledge a lot. Let me tell you, when I was first selling paper in New Mexico,
Yes.
really didn't know what I was doing. And so basically, I would just have Andrew on speed dial. Anytime a customer would call me, I would just call Andrew. Hey, what do I say?
Yeah.
How much does this cost? Like, what should I tell him? And I'd just be the middleman between Andrew and the customer. So really,
Honestly.
the truth is Andrew started
Albuquerque.
the Albuquerque division is the truth.
Well, I would say the same thing about Kansas City because I started in Kansas City when I started out of college. And same thing. Called Andrew for everything. Talked me through everything. And Cullum, I know, does the same thing.
So
You're going to make me cry.
Andrew,
Thank you.
we have so much gratitude towards you. if this wasn't the Valentine's Day, it kind of is the Valentine's. We just love you, Andrew.
Be my Valentine.
But
Oh my gosh. Can we draw like a heart?
if it could be the Thanksgiving episode, we would be thankful for you.
Thank you.
So, but it's Valentine's Day, so we love you instead. All right. Andrew, first question we like to ask everybody. Fiber in the Family podcast. What paper person are you? What papers do you most identify with?
So, not a lot of people know this, but Billboard, we actually had a contest to name Billboard.
Oh.
And the second highest vote getting name was Dr. Bruce Banner.
Yes.
So it was for a banner product,
banner.
like wide format. I'm a big Hulk fan. I thought Dr. Bruce Banner was genius. So that's kind of Billboard is who I look to, but I always think of him as Dr. Bruce Banner.
I think,
well, we can make more paper people, can't we?
well, sure.
Yes.
Bryan has lots of good ideas. Sure. Whatever you want.
Thanks for saying yes.
You're welcome. No,
What-
but I actually agreed, but I was part of me was afraid of
Copyright stuff.
copyright.
Yeah.
And I mean, all 6 of you are going to go and tell them that we have a Hulk knockoff paper person. Like, look out.
Well, I feel like with an episode we did with our dad and talking about Captain Clampitt,
Yeah.
how it's just inspired from movies. So no reason why a Bruce
Banner.
Banner. And especially with our push into the wide format space,
Yep.
it just makes sense. It makes perfect sense.
That was the idea, was the wide format, right?
Yes.
Paper person.
Yes.
So,
It was the signage paper person.
Oh, well, okay. Coming soon. Maybe. Could be.
maybe. We'll see.
Good story. Thanks for sharing. Okay. Andrew, you kind of told us a little bit about your background, printing and everything like that, but how did you find Clampitt Paper specifically and get into
So
company.
Clampitt Paper has a name in the business, and Clampitt Paper is known for differentiating themselves in many different ways. And, I moved from one paper merchant to another paper merchant, but always hearing about Clampitt Paper and seeing how Clampitt Paper held themselves. Even at the other merchants that I worked for, I wore a tie. And I just felt like when your dog goes to the dog park and it sees the other dogs and kind of packs up with the other dogs, I just felt like that was my place. But then also Clampitt Paper has a very special name and does things differently than every other place. We differentiate ourselves through converting and the Creative Center, Paper School, and specifications, and all of our people, all of our stores. That's the type of business that I wanted to work for, someplace that knows how to differentiate and create value.
One thing I remember is when you took over converting, and I remember it being, was that 10 years ago? Maybe.
Yeah.
But I remember, can you tell, this is getting a little bit into the weeds, but can you tell us a few of the things you did? Because what I remember is we had some complaints and we had some inconsistency issues, and you did some things that really turned it around for us. And our converting, I feel like, has been top notch ever since. But I would like to just, as some of these entrepreneurs, business owners, managers, leaders, what are some of the things that you did to actually help us kind of turn that around?
And explain, if you don't mind, for those that might not know, what converting is.
Sure.
And
So
what that means.
one of the ways that we add value at Clampitt Paper is we have machines that turn rolls of paper into sheets of paper. And then we have cutters that can take those sheets of paper and make them into smaller sheets of paper. So there's some value added happening there. What I learned from Clampitt Paper is quality is the most important thing.
Yeah.
And then from my printing background, I understood a little bit how maybe printing companies attacked this. So the first thing that we did, I think when we started at Clampitt and over Clampitt Converting, we had 17 mill claims in 6 months. It was some big numbers, more than one a week or something like that, if I remember right. So what we did is we just instituted quality procedures. So we created a folder and we said that every order that's converted, we have to put a roll and some sample sheets that we can go back and refer to. And then I acted like a chef. I really like restaurants, and what the head chef does, he doesn't actually cook any food. He stands at the pass and tastes everything before it goes out. So I just wanted to, I can't literally taste the paper, but look at the paper and make sure that it's
Would if you could.
But could
before
you?
it goes out.
You so would if you could.
And then I have tasted paper. So that's it. We just started really concentrating on quality, and we also made it clear to the people working and converting that we were not going to send bad paper out, even if that meant we had to totally run a job over again. It cost more for us to send the bad paper out than to redo that job.
Yeah.
And we made it also part of the incentives for the people who worked in converting. The fewer mistakes that we had, there were some small bonuses available to them. And just concentrating on it and celebrating our victories. We started tracking how many days we would go without a milk claim or any type of claim. And I think we got up to like 500 or 600 work days, which is over 2 years. We had, 1 year where we only had 3 milk claims for the entire year. And it's just something everyone kind of celebrates, and it's the most important thing. So, we say safety is the most important, quality is 1A, and then production is the last. We never celebrate how much we make. We celebrate how good is what we make.
Yeah. Thank you for talking about that, because I just remember being just on the inside, not really being that involved at all, but knowing how you turned it around. It was really cool. So hearing how you...
Let me ask you a follow-up question on that. You mentioned something I think is important but gets forgotten a lot, but celebrating wins. I think a lot of times in business, you meet goals or you hit quotas, but then it's kind of like, okay, what's the next goal? And let's move on really quickly. But I'm finding more and more that the fact that celebrating wins, like it does something, it matters, morale, everything like that. Would you speak a little more to how you did that and what that looks like?
Yeah, I mean, I think the first important thing about celebrating wins is you have to know what's important. And that sounds simpler than it is. Not just knowing what's important for the company, but knowing what's important for all of the people. And so you've got to know the people a little bit. But celebrating those wins, knowing what's important, defining what's important, to make it very clear how to achieve that, and then just going to the effort of celebrating it. It's like getting out and saying hi to everybody every single day. But if you're involved with what everyone's doing and you know their daily story, then you know when good things happen and when bad things happen. And
so what did you do to celebrate? Like, we're talking monetarily or like recognition in front of...
Every way.
Okay.
Sometimes it was, I think the things that mean the most are when you just say something heartfelt to someone else. It doesn't have to be in front of everybody else, but just knowing that they're noticed. And then when you do celebrate in front of the group, it's something important that the whole group needs to know. Someone is really going above and beyond. And then the monetary things are just little things that are always in the back of somebody's head. It's not a huge amount of money, but it is a little bit of something. And it's a way to kind of know that if I do a certain thing, I'm going to get something else.
I remember hearing a research study once that someone would rather have a thank you and a pat on the back than a raise when it comes to long-term staying at a job. If they know they're appreciated and it's verbalized versus just, here's a raise, but I could care less about you. That kind of thing. So I always thought that's a powerful thing.
There definitely needs to be some caring in there.
Sure.
All right, good. That's good. Yeah. All right, we got some more questions. Is that all right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, what keeps you passionate about this whole industry?
The first thing, I do some recruiting for the company as well and talk to people, try to get people to join Clampitt Paper in different locations. And I always tell them that I moved, I worked somewhere for 3 years and I moved, and I worked somewhere 3 years and I moved. And I thought I would do that for the rest of my life, but I stopped doing that here. I've been here for 18 years. And the first most important thing is that Mr. Clampitt really cares about the business. And he's not, I worked at previous companies where the owners would constantly question whether they should be investing this money in the stock market instead of this business. And Mr. Clampitt does not think like that at all. He's also a humble person, but he cares about the business. He cares about the people. And when you have someone like that to work with and work for, it makes everything a lot simpler. But then the fact that we are in our business, there's been a traditional lack of concentration on young people and getting young people in the business. And something that we've really concentrated on is getting young people in the business. And I think whether we're talking about young people or people who are now my age, the people that I've been involved with and part of a team with for the last 18 years who I've seen have progressed and who have done things that will have a lasting effect on the company, and they take pride from being part of something like Clampitt Paper, and they're able to be part of the story at some place like Clampitt Paper, that's what makes me want to work every day.
I love that.
I do too.
Isn't it weird getting older?
Yeah.
I remember you're talking about young people, and at first
you're young.
Well, at first I'm like, yeah,
really young.
That's us. But then it's like, actually, that's not so much us anymore.
I said it earlier, your knees are getting old.
Yeah. Well, I remember when our church was starting a young adults ministry. I'm like, this will be cool. And it's like 18 to 30-year-olds. I'm like, guess I can't go to that anymore.
I know. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm a young person, and I'm like,
Actually, maybe not so much.
I'm almost 40.
I'm just a regular adult. I'm not a young adult.
Which is also scary. But I agree. I think it's super exciting.
It shows that this business will be multi-generational. It's not going to stop with us, but it'll continue on past us, which I think is exciting and important.
Absolutely.
So,
for sure.
Well, kudos to you on your work with all of that.
Thank you.
Now, kind of following up on that, what do you see for the future? What are some predictions? I mean, I know you're not the guru. He is guru.
He is the guru.
But what does the future of this industry hold? What do you see? What are predictions?
Yeah, what is your crystal ball say? Don't we love that?
Oh my
question
gosh.
In this industry, everyone asks Andrew that question.
Yeah, I'm intrigued.
It's so funny.
I think paper for a long time has been the best answer for a lot of types of communication, and throughout history there have been other forms of communication that have come along that have maybe taken a little bit away from paper, but we've been able to come up with, paper is still the best answer for communication with some explanation, and we have to keep coming up with that explanation. I think the cellulose industry, as you pointed out in news, is continuing to grow. That's because the worldwide paper industry is continuing to grow. But paper has taken on so many different uses, and there will be more and more uses that come along. AI is probably going to have a big effect on our business. I thought that was kind of a silly thing, but the last conferences I've been to, there are people our size who are using AI in everyday parts of their business and doing it in a good way. That's probably going to free us up to be able to do more communication and less of those things that you have to do as part of a business, like pay bills or apply payments. So that's going to free up and make more communication happen. You were talking about digital billboards, and that's going to create more of a space for regular billboards or paper-based billboards or substrate billboards. That's always what's happened with these technologies. When books on tape came out, we sold more books. When TVs came out, we sold more advertisement, even though TVs were eating into that advertisement. And that's going to happen with all of the digital things that happen going forward. Paper is still the best answer when it comes to global warming and the effect on our environment. It's a sustainable, renewable resource. And we have to find good ways to make sure that it keeps going into the future and stays profitable so that there is not a reason to not have, large forests or trees anymore.
What do you see, Meredith?
Well, I think just to tail on to that, I mean, it's not just paper that we do anymore, right? We sell all of the banner material, all the signage material, all the exterior, interior graphics, floor graphics, everything. And like you were saying, the increase in digital, it's just an increase in brands. Like there's more brands now than ever, right? Like there are tons and tons and tons of brands. So people are wanting to put their name everywhere. So I think we're just kind of exploring, and we're 12 years into that kind of stuff. And then the printers that go along with it. But I think the growth there too is everyone wants to put a brand on everything. So yeah, we've got the material that can fit exactly what you need. You want it to be recyclable material that goes outside for 2 years? We got it. You want it to be inside material that looks like wallpaper, but it only goes up for a day? We got it, So I think that's the cool thing too, is just finding those solutions, because these brands they're popping up every single day, and there's just more and more and more.
Yeah.
More marketing materials.
Absolutely. Just a fun story. I had a customer ask for just little yard signs, like you put them in a park in a yard. It's like, don't let your dog pee in my yard, or like pick up your dog's poop. And
little Creoplast.
Yeah. And so I'm calling Andrew, of course, like, what the heck do I do about this, Andrew? And he finds me a truckload of the little stakes, the little
H stakes,
the little iron stakes that go into the ground, but it had to be weatherproof and all these things. And he finds me a truckload of them. And I didn't get the order, but no big deal. But I'm like, Andrew, you're just amazing. So anyway, thank you for being just a solutions-oriented guy, innovative, creative. It's just awesome to have you on the team, or really it's awesome that I get to be on the team with you.
Thank you.
So, and you too.
Oh,
so just the creativity is always inspiring. All right. Last major question here. As far as weaknesses that you see in the graphic arts industry as a whole, would you be willing to point those out? You'd be bold enough to, to call anybody out, of course, but just to say, hey, here's some weaknesses I see, and then what can we do about them?
Have you guys seen the Danish plastic bag study?
No.
So in 2016 or 17,
riveting industry news alert.
Riveting news.
Denmark did a study where they compared all the different plastic bags you'd get at a grocery store and which one was best in its whole life cycle. And the one that won was not the paper bag. It was a PETG bag, just like the regular bag you'd get at Kroger. And there's a variety of reasons in the way that the study was done that's maybe not totally fair. But the bottom line was that paper is good in a lot of ways. It came up even better than all the other bags when it came to global warming and how it affected global warming and if you recycled the bag or reused the bag. But it scored very, very low marks in a couple of different categories. One of them was called water eutrophication, which we use water in the paper making process. So it's how does this water get recycled back into the river and what kind of effect does it have? That's the kind of stuff I think if paper is going to be the answer, we have to find a way to make it bulletproof, like make the manufacturing process bulletproof so that it does actually feel like the best possible choice. The other facet of that is the Environmental Intelligence Project did a study earlier this year. And the study talked about how paper mills were affecting the environment and kind of had mixed scores. But the thing that I took away from it is there's still 8 paper mills in the United States, 8 paper mills in the United States that burn tires to make electricity.
Really?
Like this is the kind of thing we have to address these things. We are the best solution and we do a lot of really, really good things. And there might even be a really good reason why we're burning tires at certain paper mills. But if we're going to be the best answer going forward and carve out the niche that's going to last forever, it's probably going to be on this renewable resource level. And if we're still harming rivers and burning tires, that's a tough thing to overcome.
I think you need to call up those mills, Andrew. Tell them to stop that.
I just might do that.
Is that on your to-do list?
No.
No, that's so true because that's what we want to be and in general, I mean, for the most part, we are.
Yeah, I think we are. I think we do a very, very good job. I think the paper industry in general does a very, very good job. And there probably is some kind of really logical reason for burning tires, but you've got to wonder, like, is it worth it in the long run?
Well, super, super insightful.
Yeah.
Definitely in thinking about it upstream, so to speak. Because I feel like as our company, we do our part. But at the same time, we just are a small part of the big pie of the,
absolutely
of the big little Debbie.
Those little cakes.
Okay, I did want to know this, Andrew. You're an excellent leader. I think you have a lot to offer. What would you say to those watching that they're not in the top seat, but they can still have some influence and help in their organization, their company?
Yeah.
What advice would you give them?
Absolutely. I think the first thing is that it's your ship. However, whatever that shape and size of that ship is, that's your ship.
Speaking of ships.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
What is the quote?
What is it?
All tides. What is it?
High tide raises all boats.
There we go. High tide raises all boats.
Okay.
That makes so much more sense.
Okay, can we get that on the wall? Maybe for the next episode?
Okay,
a paper boat. We should put a paper boat.
There you go.
To go with the plane.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah, so it's your ship. So you have to take control of that ship and have pride in that ship and make sure that it's doing, what that ship should be doing. The other thing I think is communicate, advocate, know what's going on with all of your people and make sure that the manager above you and the manager below you know what's going on. All our groups have to interact with other groups every single day. We want to make sure that those interactions are fluid and not creating friction. But if we don't speak up for our people, either to defend them or to find out if they're doing a good job or to find out how we interact with other groups, no one else is going to do that for us. So I think those are the two most important things.
You made a comment earlier about, saying hi to everyone. And I just feel like it's so important. And sometimes you don't think about it. Today, it was pouring rain, right? I walked in. I did not say hi to a lot of people probably. But it is so important. And I wanted to do a little callback to that because I just felt like it makes a difference. If you walk by somebody and you say hello versus have your head down. Granted, I think they understood today. I was drenched. But I think that was a really good point as well. So the communication and the acknowledgement as well of everyone that you work with. And visiting new places, right?
For sure.
Treat everyone with respect and kindness always, Sorry.
There's some of us who that comes natural to say hi to everyone in the morning. I'm not one of those people, so it's something I have to concentrate on because I would just go straight to my office and start working. And it is a people business, and I'm going to need most of those people many times over the next few weeks. I need to know what's going on in their life and how things are going and have a relationship.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's good.
That's great stuff. Andrew, this has been a pleasure for you. I'm just kidding. It's been a pleasure for us.
It has been a pleasure.
You're welcome.
It really has been a pleasure for us. It's always awesome getting to spend some time with you and talk and pick your brain. And
Absolutely.
thank you for all you
fun.
do for Clampitt Paper, but for
Yes.
the graphic arts industry as a whole. We always say we want this podcast to help move the graphic arts industry forward. And so you are a big part of doing that. So
Well, thank you.
thank you for all you do.
And I'm back
Thank
next
you.
month for March, part 2.
St. Patty's.
Yeah.
St. Patrick's, do we want to have a part 2 with Andrew? I'm not against it.
I'm in.
The title is All Ships,
No, all tides.
All Boats Don't
All-
Sink When the Water Rises.
There
All
you go.
tides
The
raise
grass
all
is
boats.
always greener on the tide.
Valentine's Day is
title.
back, everybody. Valentine's Day. Andrew, thank you.
Heard it here
And we'll see you soon.
All right. Thank you.
And we're back.
That was a great interview.
Great interview.
Andrew's so smart.
He was awesome. And I'm so sorry I butchered that boats quote.
Oh no,
But I think
didn't.
great advice.
Great advice. You know what? We'll come back to it because I don't think I can remember it yet.
I know. Next month we'll revisit.
We'll revisit.
But speaking of great advice,
'Kay.
we got some tips and we got some trends.
Okay.
And I always love to hear your take.
Very excited.
First tip
Okay.
into the wide format industry signage, make sustainability part of your value add.
100%.
As more and more of those products that are coming out are more environmentally friendly.
Yes.
Just speak on that for a little bit.
Absolutely. So we've got tons of options, tons of products. Like the POP's display material has generally been polypropylene or PVC, actually. And there's a ton of paper-based products now that are basically blue bin recyclable. So you can replace those indoor signage, think grocery store signage, like that marks your aisles. We have paper-based for that. So that's kind of like a simple thing, right? And is it insanely more expensive? No, it's not. So that's one thing. Interior, exterior signage, there's PVC free, there's paper-based. We have an aluminum product. So there's tons of options out there that you could just work into your messaging and just be a little bit cleaner, realistically.
Yeah.
So that's one way. And then, of course, paper itself is a sustainable, communication tool like Andrew spoke on. So I always just like adding that to your messaging. If you're printing something, putting that, this is a recyclable product. You can just throw that in the bin.
And
Don't worry
there's
about it.
the reality is, whether you like it or not, there's a lot of end users that's a big deal for. And so
100%.
do your research, and it could benefit you when
Absolutely. Being sort of,
getting business.
being fluent and at least being able to speak on that is really important for, I would say, printers, designers, brand owners, everybody. Just be a little bit aware. And that way, if it comes up, you can answer that
Absolutely.
question or come to us. We're happy to help. We're happy to guide you with any of that.
For sure we are.
So.
Okay, trends.
Trends.
Number one thing we're seeing is a rise in handcrafted things. All things handcrafted. I know you talked about make your own Valentine's card.
Yes.
Great idea, meaningful.
DIY.
But anything handcrafted, we're seeing.
Well, have you noticed how many more coffee shops there are? Like aside from Starbucks, right? Like there's so many.
Huge.
Yeah.
Huge market right
tea
now.
too, like
Yeah.
tea shops. There's this HTO that's everywhere now, and they have like 30 different types of tea.
Handcrafted teas.
I know, and it's cool. And
I never drank coffee until maybe about a year ago. And
wait, what's your go-to coffee order?
Oh, Starbucks?
Yeah.
Oh, I get the venti vanilla latte hot. Add the protein cold foam.
Wow.
So good, but it's like $10.
Bougie.
It's
Yeah, that's
I'm like, what the heck?
that's a little
$10
treat.
for a coffee? But
also
handcrafted
a
coffee.
venti.
There's this one little coffee shop in Colorado Springs I like, Loyal Coffee.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if there's fiber in their coffee or not, but they could sponsor us. Anyway,
Mm.
they have like an oatmeal cookie latte, seasonal, but
That sounds fantastic.
so good.
Sounds like, well, Valentine's Day in a cup.
Oh,
Valentine's Day's back. You said it yourself.
it's back.
It's back.
It's back. If they could make a Little Debbie latte, I'd be all over that. I'm
Little
sorry.
Debbie.
Too much Too
Buddy.
much. So yeah, all things handcrafted.
Handcrafted.
Think about that, and I know we
get a ton of
a lot of resources to help people with
requests
that.
for handmade paper. I know our Denver location actually has some handmade paper in stock, and we can always order it. But we've got different textures that kind of feel handcrafted. The thing about handmade paper, it's hard to print traditionally, but you can always do some cool like vintage letterpress or foil stamps, some really fun trends like that. So, I mean.
And you could
vintage
tell.
is back.
And they're nice.
Oh, stunning.
So nice.
Stunning, gorgeous.
Okay, one more trend to ask you about.
One more trend.
All right. Ooh. This may be a buy or sell. Okay.
Okay.
The new trend is rising demand for colored papers.
I love colored papers. One thing you and I have talked about often is bringing in your design with colored paper, using your paper as the fifth color of your design, right?
Mm-hmm.
Printing CMYK, 4 colors. Paper is your fifth color. So kind of bringing that paper in first.
That was the alternative name to the podcast?
Yes.
Fifth color.
The fifth color.
Because we just add a lot of color to...
We are colorful.
We're colorful.
Well.
But also not.
Pretty.
We're pretty pale. Get yourself together, Meredith.
Okay, get it together. But all that to say, I love colored paper. I think it definitely has a place, right? If you're doing beautiful photography, you want a bright white sheet or, maybe a balanced white. But colored paper is so much fun, and I think it has a ton of uses. But there's quite a few options now. It was a roller coaster there for a few years. There was color, and then there was not available, blah, blah, blah. So I love colored paper. I love the bright ones. I love using like bright colored ink with bright colored paper. So fun. So I say that's in, and it can stay.
Okay, and I'm going to go against you.
Oh!
I'm going to say no colored paper. Let the printing speak for itself.
Oh, wow.
So that's my take.
Wow.
I could change it next episode.
In the
Who knows?
beginning of the episode, you canceled a whole holiday. And so I'm just not, your commitment to your cancellations of things.
You're right. I'll stick with this one.
It's okay.
I'm going to let the printing speak for itself.
So do you prefer like a bright white or like a balanced white if you're printing?
Balanced.
Okay.
I do.
Wow.
Sometimes it just gets a little too blue.
Okay.
A little too blue-white.
All right.
So,
Hot take.
great question.
Thank you.
All right, Mare. Great episode today. Any final thoughts?
Final thoughts. No, it's been such a pleasure to be here with you today.
It has. I've enjoyed it and can't wait for the next one.
Me too.
All right.